It's not a normal world, it's Taskmaster world. Now I'm sorry if this video looks like it's at a wonky angle. From the viewfinder, we just stand here, from the viewfinder it looks like it's at a wonky angle. But, nonetheless, we'll crack on. Now, obviously, there'll be Christmassy stuff appearing here and here as time goes. We already have a Christmassy pillow, but the reason why you're watching this clip 27 times, it's one reason and one reason only. Now, I did a poll on YouTube community tab where I asked if you want me to do UK content on here for Taskmaster UK, and I'm like, right, I'll do it then because the poll says so. And on the third channel, the weird side, linking this, no, if you go to channels, it'll be there. And on that channel, I did UK content and Taskmaster content in general before this channel existed. Now, what you'll see is my review on series 10, 11 and 12 of Taskmaster UK. Apart from series 11 is a little bit weird because I don't know where review number 4 is, so I'm missing a review somewhere. So hopefully I'll discover that, which you're probably watching series 11 episode 4 review. I don't know which video you're watching because I'm recording this for all 27, so I just have to plonk this into all 27 of the videos. So enjoy is all I'm saying. But two of the videos where I talk about New Zealand and Finland are videos, the type of videos I want to do on this channel. So I will be reviewing series 13 on this channel when it comes out on channel 4. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy! Hello, welcome to the third channel, and today we are reviewing series 11 episode 9 of Taskmaster. This is the second episode of series 11, and just before we get to talk about the notes I've written down, if you see me looking down, then looking at my notes. Before we get on to my notes, I do got a few things I want to say. So, Wozniak, who for all this series I've been saying, please win, he's in second place for the series. So if he does like a sort of Charlotte Richie in this episode, where he gets like 5 points and wins the episode next week, I think he might push over. Like if he gets like 5 points in every task, I think he might end up winning, but I highly doubt that because it's Mike Wozniak. But I don't know how many points he's away from winning, but I think he just needs to not get 0 or 1.2 and upwards, yes. So, let's get into today's episode. Now, as you see throughout these reviews, the reviews have been getting better and better and better. From the first one I didn't have any notes, from the episode where I just read all the notes, and to ones like these where I talk about the episode, not just look at my notes. I just have my notes there so I can tell you about it. Now, today, the prize test was to bring in the nattiest knitted item. Now, I'm still not sure what natty is, even though they explained it on the podcast. I'm still not 100% sure what natty is, and I think Lee Mack had the scariest one, in my opinion. Like, it could give people nightmares. Now, he made like a jumper for his, I think it's for his kids, like a balaclava type thing for his head, which is a little bit scary, in my opinion. And then Mike made a balaclava, but a handmade Greg balaclava. Jamali was on my page, I had no idea what the word natty meant, so I just wrote the word natty on a knitted jumper, which I wouldn't have not done. I would have just brought in like just like a knitted jumper, and then just wrote, it was going to stick in a row. No idea what natty means, stuck it on there. Charlotte brought like a nose warmer. Now, I've never heard of a nose warmer, never seen one before, so it's all a little bit odd, but she got 5 points for that, and Sarah's brought in a frog jumper because one of her friends gave her a frog jumper and she don't like frogs. Now, let's get into task 1. Task 1, this is my favourite task of all of Taskmaster UK history. Now, they had a mini set So the Taskmaster set, it was a mini set called Taskmaster Island. The task was a mini task in a bottle, 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 mini task in a bottle. I just sounded like a song there for a second. We said, "Don't talk to me like I'm 80. Well, he didn't. He said another number. I can't remember the other number is. Like, don't talk to me on Taskmaster Island. I just want them to sell that now in the Taskmaster shop. Oh, I almost got it there. So, they had to make... Right, I'll explain now. I'll explain it. So they had Taskmaster Island, which was here. Sorry, posters. The Taskmaster Island that was here. And what they had to do was they had to make it a weather disaster. Now, it was like a miniature... It was like miniature Linda the Cow. It was a miniature house. It was a miniature everything. Now, what they had to do is they were all coming up with weather. And Charlotte Ritchie decided to say she thought the rainbow was the weather. Even though rainbows are formed when it rains and sun at the same time, it's not one of the weather conditions that you can have. It's just something that's caused by weather. So that's all understandable. Sarah, when she was thinking about it, she yelled at herself. Now Craig picked it up, but I just still, in my opinion, think it's odd that she decided just to yell at herself. But it's not like you don't just do that in your day. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna film a video. You're gonna film a video, like someone in your head saying, no, you're not gonna film a video, and then you yell at yourself, yes, I am gonna film a video. It's like I'm in an argument with you. Oh no, I don't want to type on it. Now, Charlotte, and now they pointed out that Charlotte and Lee, I think it's what Greg said when they were saying, can we watch to do weather presenters? So Charlotte and Lee are weather presenters, which I didn't see at all. Lee had fog. Now, it was quite boring, the fog. It was there. And I think for out of them two, Charlotte had a better one. Charlotte had a torch. She had the light off. And she had a torch through thunder. And then she had like water and bits and bobs. And it looked really, really impressive. And I'm quite impressed with the way that goes with that. And a lot of people did that as well. But that's more impressive than fog. And he said smog, which still technically isn't a weather. And then she made a storm, which is a word. Lee said the word super P. Now, I find that quite funny, the word super P. Because in Taskmaster Finland we had the word P-mobile. And in the UK version we've got super P. And I don't know why in Taskmaster franchise they want to use the word P a lot. But super P is a very funny word. So, Jamali. What can we say about Jamali? Jamali, the piloting wasn't realistic enough, to be fair. The sea in the mini Taskmaster Island did get set on fire, but he also had a storm, like the others, and then he just threw rocks, trying to be hailstones, but threw rocks everywhere. Now Mike had thunder and lightning, and he knocked over Linda the Cow, and just made it rain, and then just appeared out of nowhere from the back, trying to do a backup rainbow, and he looked like really, really worried. When they zoomed in on him, they used ice cubes. So Sarah used ice cubes and sugar for snow, which was very creative. And so they all, apart from Lee and Charlotte, they all technically made a mess. Now we learn to task 2. The first thing Mike said, shoot for the moon, which is one of the classic Mike things. When they went to Charlotte, she's like, and she couldn't speak. Now what you had to build a tower, and you had to hit it on one of the numbers on the floor. With the yogurt on top. Now Jamali wanted to get 10. Sarah wanted to get 6. Charlotte wanted to get 10. Now Sarah never heard or used a drill before, which is something very unusual. But it's unusual, but it's not everyone's been around drills before. Jamali was just showing off, really. He was very good at it. He was just showing off. I think it was just really raining it down for, I think, Mike. Yeah. Charlotte had weather troubles, as it was windy and things were being knocked over everywhere. No, it was Jamali, sorry, that had the rain, because he had wet cardboard, and he said that, and he's like, oh, this cardboard's damp, and it's like makes it very hard. So Charlotte's tower fell over by itself before she'd pushed it over. Jamali made a mess and missed for the number 10 on the chalk floor at the hangout. It's the aeroplane hangar, which was rather funny in my opinion. Charlotte hit the camera, so it was like all over the camera, the yogurt, and completely missed 10. Right? Sarah missed 6 and then made a mess and then hit 2. So she at least hit a number, which is rather good. And Charlotte, it was my favourite in this task, because the whole thing for her in this whole series is that she's a children's presenter. Now, just for funny sake, I want them to give her a one spot, like a one day only spot on CBB, because she does seem like a children's presenter in this series. Now, Lee gets very confused in this task. He just has no clue. He's trying to just fumble them out. Mike is doubting himself a lot. He does this a lot, does Mike Wozniak. He doubts himself too much, in my opinion. And I'm so sorry if this video is going to be long. It's just I've got a lot to say about this 9th episode of Taskmaster UK. Now, Lee's also scared of Joel. He doesn't trust himself. Lee was shouting at Alex a lot. And Mike was the only one to find in a hidden ladder on the little podium they were all sat on, which is quite clever. Lee said, "Alex, it's wobbling." Lee's tower was fell over by itself without Lee pushing it, which is what he should have done. Almost fell over by itself. Now we're just going to speed up this review a little bit. Now, so Mike's yoga fell off too soon, so they got him another one, I assume, when he did it properly. He's still, none of them, Mike and Lee never hit any numbers whatsoever. And Mike, they don't want to kill Alex Horn, so they wanted to be careful to make sure Alex Horn was safe. Now, with the final film task of the episode, this task is retro and spinning. So the camera, and they had to get poses, and whilst the camera's spinning, they take a different pose each time the camera takes a photo. Lee got an umbrella. This task, it looks fun. I would love this task. Mike was dressed up as a cat, and went meow. Well, let's try it again. Meow. Meow. Which was rather funny. Sarah covered her face with her hair and put glasses on where her hair was. Charlotte got her foot stuck in a bucket, which made me howling laugh. It's like, oh, it's pinnacle of comedy, getting your foot stuck. Lee dressed up as a girl and got onto the cow to ride it. So he was like riding it like you would ride a horse. And Jamali looked serious in his photos. Mike dressed up as a cat, a robot, and a historical figure. So Charlotte dressed up as CBeebies characters, like her own children's TV show characters. And it was a little bit of a trip hazard. Now let's go to the live task. Now the live task was they had a brush and they had some really creepy fish. Now I thought they were like plastic fish, but then one of those remote control, one of those like you turn it up and then they flap themselves. So these fishes were flopping up and down, and you had to brush it into the centre of the circle. Now there were 3 rounds, and it wasn't going very well. Now round 1 of the live task, it was a trip hazard. It does look like really dangerous. Charlotte fell to say to Charlotte was out of round 1. Mike, Sarah, Jamali and Lee all were terrible, but they were still in round 2. Mike's was quite good, didn't fall off. Sarah's was good, Jamali knocked the other fishes. So in the final round it was between Mike and Sarah. Now it was very close and very, very scary about whereabouts they were going to go, but overall Charlotte Ritchie, with 20 points, won this episode. So I'm just going to stand here for a few seconds and round of applause to Charlotte Ritchie for winning the episode. Well done, Charlotte Ritchie, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Any feedback on these reviews would be grateful. Hope you enjoyed this video. Time on to about. Bye! Is this review 10 minutes, 4 minutes, or 24 hours and 45 seconds? Let's find out the editing process.
Hello everyone, please subscribe to Taskmaster World.